To another late night Friday night episode of a live CGC unboxing. This is the Christmas edition. This is the holiday season edition, my friends. I've been waiting a long time for several of these boxes to arrive because they were stuck in limbo down in the States. They've been having some inclement weather down in the US, and if you're here in Ontario, in Southern Ontario today, you know we're having some pretty ugly, awful weather out there as well. And if you were planning on coming to see me at the shop tomorrow, don't come to the shop tomorrow. It's not worth it. The roads are going to be a mess tomorrow. So my suggestion is, if you're planning on coming down to the shop, hold off. Guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser. I'm also an authorized CGC dealer. I'm located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And like I said, this is a live CGC unboxing. I have three big boxes and one small box here to share with you tonight. I'm going to try to get through all of them. So if you're new to the channel, guys, you like talking about comic books, you like collecting comic books, you're into the whole CGC grading thing, speculation, all that sort of good nifty stuff, then you might want to consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, and of course hitting that notification bell so you'll be one of the first to know when I do go live. Because you know what, like today, I just decided to do this like 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. All right, guys. You know, I haven't even got a comic even ready to go yet. Let's see what I'm gonna pull out here. Actually, the first box. Actually, I have several CGC invoices, which means that we have several different orders in here, which is kind of cool. Let me pull out the first one and get her all set up. And I have to really be careful, guys, because I am giving comic books back and discovering that. See, look at this right there. A crack right there, the very first one. There's a crack. These hairline cracks. I have to let CGC know. They will fix the problem, but I have to let them know within a good amount of time. Otherwise, I'm on the hook for it. I have to pay for it. It's very expensive. So, anyways, the first book we have is a Fantastic Four number 67, and it's a 5.5. And as I just mentioned, unfortunately, this one is cracked. So I'll have to get that slabbed, that book sent back to CGC. Probably in the new year, but I will fill out the paperwork pronto so they know that I actually recognize that early on. All right, let's see what else we have. But that's not a good thing, guys. This box, yeah, there's a couple of boxes that look a little worse for wear after the traveling up to Oshawa here. And I'm checking the next one here, making sure there's no cracks on this. This one seems okay. Fantastic Four 45 and a 4.0. Again, I have no idea whose books these belong to, because I haven't sorted them yet, or my daughter, Charlie, hasn't sorted them yet, but we will get to it soon enough. Next, we're on a bit of a Fantastic Four. We're doing a Fantastic Four run here. We've got a Fantastic Four 66 and a 5.5. And guys, I will be going over to the chat section momentarily. If you want to participate in our chat, please do so. But you have to subscribe to be able to access that chat, but it's free. Join in the conversation. We got a few people over there talking right now, which is fantastic. I'll be there in just a few moments. Next, we have a 1.8 copy of Fantastic Four number 18, an early copy of FF. We'll do one more before we go over to the chat. Another Fantastic Four book. This is number 19, and this is a 7.5. Nice. First appearance of Ramatat. Whoops, get that out of the way there. I could probably get one more on there, actually. Let's try another one. Another, of course, Fantastic Four book. This one is a Fantastic Four 20. And that is a 3.5 white pager. A 3.5 white pager. That's crazy. All right. I think I'm going to have... That stack is high enough. I'm going to have to go over to the chat window, see who's in the house here, who's talking. We've got... Lord Thoth is here. Lord Thoth is being a moderator. Thanks for coming out, Lord Thoth. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. That's awesome. Yeah, here in Ottawa, it is the snow ice apocalypse. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was pretty awful here today. It started around 4 o'clock, and it's pretty ugly out there. I am not going to go out there and move snow until the morning. I'm gonna go do it in the morning. James is here. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to you too, James. Custom made, everything's here custom made. I'm so excited. I'm following along with your videos, guys. Tim over at Custom Made Everything is doing a custom Funko Pop of yours truly, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll get him on here to do a reveal when he's all done with some before and afters, or not before and afters, but the process, shots of the process and how he actually does these customs. Awesome. Warlock, that's right, first appearance. Hail, the real Hyperion. Okay, thank you. Pappy, sup peoples? How you doing, Pappy? Good to see you, pal. Excellent, excellent. We're almost done packing these baby away. Marco's in the house. Happy Christmas to you too. Happy Christmas Eve. Yes, you as well, Marco. You as well. All right. Pack those babies up. Oh, I got to put this one aside because I don't want to forget that this one has the crack in it. I'll put it over there, and I'll do the... I've got another 150 books to go to CGC later next week. All right, next we have another Fantastic Four book. It's a 6.5 copy of FF36 right there. So very sweet. We also have, wow, it's a whole box of FFs. A Fantastic Four number 7. And this one is in a 3.0. We also have a nice Fantastic Four annual number 6. This one is in an 8.0. Pretty sweet stuff. Next we have a Fantastic Four 17. If you are a Fantastic Four fan, you are in the right place. That is a number 17 and a 3.5. We also have a really early one, number 13. First appearance of the Red Ghost and the Watcher. In a 2.5, FF number 13. I think I've got a copy of that myself. Somewhere. Another a lot of Fantastic Four books tonight, guys. Number 14 with the Submariner appearance. And making sure there's no cracks or anything on there. And that one is a 3.5. I'll put that down a little bit so you can see it. I'm going to have to go back to the chat because... yeah, I'm running out of room. Lots more FF, Silver Age FFs. You like them, don't go anywhere, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right. Rob Bin is here. Well, that's good. Pappy, finally an Xmas with a real snow. My back hurts from all the pointless shoveling. Oh, you already started. See, I'm waiting till tomorrow. I'm going to wait till the morning. I'm going to regret that. I probably should. There's probably at least a foot of snow in my driveway right now. I probably should get out there, but you know what? I just don't feel like it. So I'll get up in the morning and I will go and I will hazard it in the morning, and hopefully I won't throw my back out because I have a snowblower. Although it's not a very huge snowblower, so if the snow banks are huge, I might be in for a bit of trouble. Custom Made Everything says, I'm with Kevin, not touching a shovel until tomorrow. Good idea. You know, I like it when it's nice and bright outside. Now I'm just going to finish this up. I did some invoicing tonight. What a nice guy. I send out invoices on the eve before Christmas Eve. But I had to do it. Guys, I don't even tell you how big my Visa bill was. I think, guys, unfortunately, I may have to make a switch to how I do invoicing. Yeah, because... yeah, anyways, I'll send that out in a newsletter. And by the way, I did send out my holiday newsletter, guys. If you haven't checked it out already, if you're not, you can go to my Facebook page, and I think even my Instagram page, there is a link to my holiday newsletter. Go check it out, especially if you're planning on submitting books at the Toronto Comic Book Show. I put a little something in there for you, which I don't usually do, but only for the Toronto Comic Book Show. But check that out in my newsletter. Okay, let's keep going here. Any more Fantastic Four books? I hope you guys are in the mood for Fantastic Four books because we've got a copy of number 15 and a 3.5. And we have also a copy of 16, really cool Doctor Doom cover, and a 2.5. They were pretty generous with this one. Look at this. It's missing a chunk of the bottom right there. Look at that. They gave the book a 2.5. I don't know. Anyways, that's all right, I guess. We've got another Submariner appearance in Fantastic Four number 9. Checking for cracks. Almost done with the FFs, but I think I just saw some Silver Age ASMs coming up too. We've got a Fantastic Four number 10. First Fantastic car, I think, isn't it? No, it doesn't say that. But this one does have an Invisible Girl pinup. Fantastic Four 10 and a 3.0. And the last Fantastic Four book from this order is Fantastic Four number 11 in a 4.5 right there. Pretty sweet. Okay, let's go back to the chat. I don't think you guys are too talkative today, but let's see what you guys are saying. Lord Thought says, yeah, I was already shoveling, assaulting once today. I'm good. Yeah, it's, you know, the one thing you come to dread when living up here in Canada. We don't really get that bad in Southern Ontario. We get hit a couple of times a year, but other places in Canada, they're hit far worse than we are. So we really do have it good up here in Ontario, I must say, right? Yes. People have been asking me about the claim sale that I was going to do with Chris Reynolds 2 weeks ago. I did put that on hold. It's still on hold until further notice. Just keep your eye on my Instagram and Facebook pages, and I will certainly give you guys a heads up when that sale will be back on. Okay. And what does James, I think the first Fantastic card is FF number 3. Oh, okay. I'm probably completely wrong. Let's see here. We'll come back to the chat in a sec. We got a second appearance of the Rhino, ASM 43. That's right. And I didn't check for cracks. Let me check really quick here. Okay, that looks all right. We also have number 42. That's a nice copy, and a 7-0. Nice copy there. We've got that's a nice copy of this too. Tales to Astonish 93, awesome cover. Classic Silver Surfer Hulk team up cover. Right there, and a 7.5. Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. Another Fantastic Four, number 72, in a 6.0. We have a Amazing Spider-Man 17, early ASM book, second appearance of the Green Goblin, at 6.5. Right there. Also have ASM 28. This cover is always hard to get. Molten Man cover because it's pitch black. Always a difficult one to get a high grade on. We also have a... Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought it was going to come back a little higher than this. But and they didn't even make us... Guys, look, hold on. I'll check this out. This here is the Spider-Verse. It's a black variant cover. You notice it's black. It's not purpley brown. And it came back a 9.4. I thought it was going to get at least a 9.6, and it looks like a 9.6 to me. But again, what do I know? And but they didn't make mention of a black ink. It's a black ink copy. Anyways, pretty cool book. Yeah, 9.4. Not bad, but I thought it was a prettier book than that. I still think it's nicer than a 9.4. And we also have, this is my first one, I think. Yeah, it's my first one. Not a bad looking copy. 9.6 Todd McFarlane signature. And 9.6. It's a pretty looking book. Signed by Todd. When did he sign it? On the 6th of December. It's the first one I got back. I probably gonna have a whole slew of them. I didn't send a whole hell of a lot in. Everybody wanted their book signed, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't press the book, so I didn't really promote it. So yeah, anyways, I'll put these back. We'll go back to the chat room. All right, guys, if you're just getting here now, that was the first box. I have 3 more boxes to go. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what I'm missing here. Anyone else watching YouTube on their flat screen? I watch YouTube on my flat screen TV all the time. I think I watch YouTube more than I watch cable. I use YouTube more than it's one of the main things I watch is YouTube now, which is crazy. Tail, yeah, me too. Robin, way better. Yeah, for sure it is. The age-old question: why do they pick 9.4, 9.6, or 9? Well, no, Lord Thought. There certainly is. Like that book, I wouldn't have said it was a 9.8. In fact, me and Charlie were talking about that book, and I said 9.4, 9.6 with more of a leaning towards 9.6. You know, but yeah, oftentimes it is very, very close. Michael's here. How's it going? It isn't arbitrary. It's whimsical. I hope not. It's not whimsical. Sweet Christmas, everyone. How you doing, Eric? Good to see you, pal. Mike Siri says, thank you, Luke Cage, for Sweet Christmas. You got it. All right, guys. Listen, I have the other box right here. I don't think I have to go anywhere. I'll just push this one back. Actually, I will do that. Let me just go back. I'll be right back with box number 2. Give me about 20 seconds. Here we go. Okay, we start back with a Detective Comics 359, first appearance of Batgirl. Looks like CGC's back to using some of their old bags again. What the heck? Talk about not being consistent. I did not check for cracks on this one, though. Don't like that. You see? Oh, look at this. Look, oh, is it cracked? I see something in here, which I'm not sure if it's from a crack or... I see like debris inside the slab. If you can see this or not. It's a low-grade book, but there's some little bits of plastic. Look right there. You see that? Little shards of plastic there, and there's a shard actually right by my finger here. There's a little shard of plastic there, you know. And they also, like, I'm very picky about this stuff. You see this? Right, the little fold over right there. Why don't you get the light on this? Hold on. Right there. There's a little fold there. And I usually fold those back. And it looks like they folded it over again when they put it in the inner sleeve, which kind of stinks. But why is there like pieces of plastic inside? I just don't. Very frustrating, guys. Very, very frustrating. Now, there's no time limit on that. If you buy a CGC slab and there's some kind of defect inside the slab, like there's some crumbling plastic on the inside of the slab, they'll fix that, even if it's like months later. You know, of course they'll do the same thing with labels that are incorrect. It makes no difference. They'll fix those at any point. It's just when there's cracks, like actual huge cracks or damage to the slab from shipping, they only give you like 14 days to contact them to fix that. Anyways, next we have a copy of 181 Batman. It's missing the centerfold. It's with the pinup, and it's first appearance of Poison Ivy, obviously. Next we have Iron Man Submariner #1 and a 4.5. Fix that up there. We also have a Rawhide Kid #17. And a 2.0. Where am I? Oh wow, this is an economy order from January of 2022. So this whole box is an economy order. I'm looking at these books and I'm not recognizing them because they were done a year ago, over a year. They were sent in a year ago. So yeah, isn't that nice? You have, oh, are these? No, these aren't who I thought they were. But anyways, these are from a year ago. 25 books. So I'm glad that the order is finally back. But it's irritating when you get one of the books back with crap inside of it. So now if I got to send that book back, this is going to be gone for another month or so. And that's just aggravating, right? Okay, next we have Wyatt Earp. Now, it's vaguely familiar to me, this one. #1 and a 2.5. Got some Western books here. We also have an Marvel Premiere 19. in a 5.5. All right. And if you're just getting here now, guys, I'm halfway through my second of 4 boxes. So, not even halfway. I got way more to go. I'll do one more here. We also have a copy of Tale 75, first appearance of Sharon Carter. Not looking for any cracks on this baby. And that's in a 5.5. All right, I'm going to have to go to the chat now and pack the... Whoops. Sorry about that. Chat window. There we go. Okay, here we go. I have that at a 7.0. Love me some Batgirl. Yes. Oh, 7.0 is nice. Yeah, shards of plastic. You should be picky considering how much it costs. Exactly. What's irritating, though, like I said, is this gentleman's been waiting a year for these damn books. He gets them back and, you know, off they go. Same thing happened to another client last week. Waiting a year, 2 of the books had cracks and they had to go back. It's very frustrating. I mean, look at shit happens when you're shipping books, right? You can't, you know, boxes are being thrown around. These boxes, this one I'm working on right now, did not look good when it arrived. So I was like, there's going to be some problems with this book or with this box. But yeah, it just, you know, when you're mailing stuff like that, there's no guarantee it's going to arrive safe and sound. Unfortunately, I sent some books to Bart in New York City. And he received, I think, 2 crack books, 2 crack slabs, some labels were not done properly. So now he has to, you know, because when you're in the States, the books go back to you, not back to me. So I told him to contact CGC. And if I have to fill out paperwork, I can just forward the paperwork to him to get that going. But I said, make sure you contact them pronto on those cracked slabs. Otherwise, they won't cover it. So... Mike says, do they charge extra for the shards? Yeah, maybe. That was a Christmas present this year. It's a Christmas present. It's more rare. It's much more rare to have a book with plastic shards in it, isn't it? John Sherwood, how's it going? And John's another gentleman who has books with a couple of problems. Yeah, from his last order. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this is a book that was kind of, everyone was specking on last year. It's kind of cooled off a bit, but there's talk he's going to be coming around soon. The first appearance of MODOK and Tales of Suspense, number 94 and a 6.5. Some awesome DC books coming up now. We got Batman 227 and a 4.0. Also have first appearance of Man-Ape, I think. Is that the first Man-Ape? Yeah, first Man-Ape. And a 4.0. Jungle Action number 4 and a 4.0. Guys, there's 19 of you in the room here. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, it does help me out a lot. Doesn't cost you a darn thing. It'd be a really nice Christmas present for the Comic Doctor. Thank you. We also have a Silver Surfer number 2 in a 5.5. Captain Marvel, number 1 in a 7.0. We've got an Amazing Spider-Man 79 in a 6.5. We'll do one more. X-Men 13. In a 4.5. I'll do one more. One more I'll try to fit on here. We've got, oh, that's a beauty. That's a beauty. She's really clean, actually. Wow. Oh, I see why. Okay. We've got a 7.5 Batman 232. A really nice copy of Ra's al Ghul. This one has a lot of discoloration on the back, as you can see clearly. And that's what I think hit it. Other than that, the book is gorge. I mean, well, Kevin, wouldn't that be a good candidate for one of those lightning, you know, using, you know, peroxides and lighting it all up? I don't know. You could try, I suppose. Like I've said before, I think I think when you start playing with fire, you're going to get burned at some point, and that's what makes me very nervous about, you know. I see lots of really cool examples of guys who are doing the page lightening and the foxing removals and the stain removals using peroxides. I've seen lots of amazing examples, like really impressive examples. But I also know that oftentimes these books are not coming back blue label. So you are really taking a chance. Some are not. And you know, so if you are in the mood for gambling and you have a book such as that, then I guess you could try it. But I personally wouldn't do it. That's me. But that's just me. Oh, wow, a lot more conversation going. Oh my God, where do those conversations come from? Lord Thoth has a wrench in case you need any plumbing done tonight. 10-4, I'll keep you in mind. Travis says, hey, Kevin, thanks for giving us all the early Christmas present with this live unboxing. Oh, no problem, Travis, my pleasure. Yeah, I was going to do it, you know, maybe tomorrow, but I said, no, I'll just get it done today. Now, of course, these books will not be ready in the next day or so. These books will be ready, I'm not sure, because next Saturday is New Year's Day, and everything's closed on that day. So I'm not sure when I'll be at the shop next to hand out books. I am not supposed to be around the following Saturday. I'm out of town that Saturday, but I might be. Don't know yet. It's just, as you all know, I don't know if you know or not, my father's still in hospital. We're not sure what's going on with that, so it's day by day we're taking that. So I don't know what my plan. It's really, all my plans are kind of tentative because of that. I can't be solid about any of the plans. But if your orders are complete if any of these books are for people whose orders are complete and they're from out of town, I'll do my best to get these mailed out the week of Christmas, you know, the week coming up. Yeah. And yeah. Any more of these books? Yes. Okay. Also, I haven't even said anything yet, but I will be at the Toronto Comic Book Show on the 27th, on Tuesday. I'll be set up at the Toronto Comic Book Show. I'll be there with Nupur. She's never been to a comic show before. She wanted to come, so we're going to head out there. We'll be both there. I'll be taking comics in if you, or looking over books. If you have any books you're not sure about, bring them on by, and we can talk at the Toronto Comic Book Show. That's if you're local, and and by the way, it's free admission to the Toronto Comic Book Show on their Christmas show. So this 27th of December at the Monte Casino Hotel and Convention Center in Toronto. And Rob's waiving the admission fee. It's free. So come on by, and if you want to say hi, or if you've got books you want to submit, I'll be there. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And it starts at noon. Not at his usual 10 o'clock a.m. start time. Okay, let's keep going here. Almost done box number 2. Here we have an early appearance of Morbius in Marvel Team Up number 2. We have got All True Crime 27 and a 4.5. It's a book you don't see all too often. We have a Hulk 182. And a 6.0. Oh, look at that. 2 of them. Nothing wrong with that. 2 Hulk 182s. Exact same grade, exact same page quality. Nice. So I'll put that one away. Come on. We have a Knight Rider number 1 and a 6.5. Right there. We've got a Ghost Rider number 6. Marvel Spotlight on Ghost Rider number 6. Second appearance of the Ghost Rider in a 9.0. Move those overs for you. There we go. I'm gonna go to the chat because I gotta pack these babies up. I'm running out of room again. All right. Marvel Premiere 19, first appearance of Colleen Wing. Maybe. I think that is actually the first appearance of Colleen Wing. Hit that like button. Travis has it right, guys. Hit that like button. Michael, don't get in a fight with it. Marco's here. How's it going, Marco? I ended up checking the grader's notes on some books CGC finally sent back after a year. Notes say several of the books have bends and or creases. Yeah, I mean, what's the grade in the book? I mean, I'm looking at some of these right now, and these have been gone for a year, and I can see through that there are bends and creases. Creases, you know, pressing get rid of creases. Pressing will smooth out creases. It won't get rid of a crease. Bends are another story. Bends, a good press should get out. My problem is when these books are away for a whole 12 months, handled, I don't know what's happening. It's hard, right? For any presser, you send the book away in as pristine condition as you possibly can. You pack it properly. You ship them off. And then once they get to CGC, actually once they leave my house, once they leave my shop, they're out of my hands. I'm no longer handling the book, so who knows what's going on? But understand something: if a book's got like a 6.0 or a 7.0, even an 8.0, having comments like creases and bends is not uncommon, right? Even if the book's been pressed and looks really sweet, you know, it's those are common problems with books. I'm not putting that on you, but I have a guess CGC had the waiting in queue so long, some of the pressing might have reverted. And as I was going to kind of get to that, I mean, yeah, it could revert. I don't know how CGC stores the books while it's there. I'm sure it's humidity controlled. I would assume a facility such as that. But things happen, right? I mean, how many times you've been to a comic store, or how many times you've been putting your rebagging and boarding your books, and you have them all nicely stacked. You step away for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden the whole stack of books goes kaplunk, right? You're like, no, and you get there, and you know you're worried that you might have damaged some of the spines. I mean, how many times in the course of a year could that have happened to books that have been waiting to be graded for so long? I mean, I am so paranoid about that now that I have, thank God I found freightcom.com. I mentioned it to you guys before. I'm pretty much exclusively using FedEx next day now. It's so economical, and I'm sending so many books from different people down, I can afford to do it. Like, I sent a batch of 120 books down on Wednesday. They had them yesterday morning before 10:30 in the morning. I love that. I love that service. You know, the box, it's in transport and people are handling the box, but it's there in in that case, it was there in like 16 hours from my house to freaking Sarasota. Love it. So I do things like that to get the books moving. But you're right. Books that have been sitting there for months and months and months. Could some of the pressing revert? Could the book be handled incorrectly? It could. All kinds of things can happen from the time the book leaves me to the time it reaches the grader's eyes, right? So, unfortunately, we're at the mercy of all those variables, which really kind of sucks, Marco. It bothers me CGC has screwed over econ books without fast track. Yeah, it is really crazy. They shouldn't have books there. And I'll tell you, even like some of these I use like for my magazines, I use only the standard tier, and I think the standard tier for magazines is like, I haven't checked it recently, but it's no more than a couple of months. But they're taking even longer, and that's irritating. I don't like that one bit. Peter's here. Merry Christmas, Kevin, and happy Festivus. Thank you very much, Peter. All the best to you and everyone on the chat. Thank you, Peter, and Merry Christmas to you and all your family as well too. Hope you have a great holiday. Mike says Batman 227 is number one on my wish I had enough money to buy that list. Yeah, it's gone crazy, that book. You know, all those early 1970s Batman books have really taken off. Lord Thoth says, I thought the first Man Ape was in Avengers, like, oh, maybe I'm wrong, because it did not say on that book. I think you're right, because on that book it did not say first appearance. I thought that was kind of odd, so I'm incorrect there. I think you are 100% right, Lord Thoth. Michael says, to prowl no more, except on weekends when I don't have any other commitments. John Shore, Silver Surfer number 2 cover is the ugliest Surfer, and I agree with you 100%. I don't like it either. I think it's pretty ugly. Pretty boring anyway, pretty bland. Let's have a look at some more. Here, how about a nice Tales of Suspense 77, guys? This one is in a 6.0. We also have Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1. Nice Steranko cover in a 4.5. Wow. We have pretty beat up book. During the Mystery Annual number 1 and a 2.5. And last, but certainly not least, Marvel Feature number 11, First Thing solo book, Hulk versus the Thing in a 7.0. And yeah, I didn't have any cracks in that box. Just a bit of debris in that Batman book. So that's not too bad. All right, we got another box and a half to go here, guys. Let's go back to chat while I pack these up. Whoa, okay, let's see here. Sorry, guys. Marco says, Lord Thoth, that depends. If you are personally interested in the SIGs, then yes. Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Value sales, a lot of it isn't so keen on them unless it's a standard Todd SIG, in my opinion. I don't know where that conversation is coming from, but you're talking about signatures, though, obviously. I kind of agree. I'm not big on signatures either. I just don't know. I never have been. But that's me, right? Mike says, in my opinion, I don't love signatures on the cover. It ruins a perfectly nice cover. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Hey, Adam Donnelly, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. And Lord Thoth also agrees, not a big signature fan. Jay Lucian's here. Hello, Jay. Merry Christmas. Michael says, it's a great show. I went to the last one. Okay, I'm totally lost. Mike, 2 Hulk 182s, 1 for Anvil and 1 for Hammer. Boom, you got it. Lord Thoth, where you been hanging out, man? Where you been hanging out? Let's hit 2,000 subs before the end of the year. Wouldn't that be nice, James? I'm almost there, about 90 or so bodies away. And I have even more stuff to give away. Another one of my clients came in last week to the shop and dropped off a bunch of Marvel Select action figures. And there's a batch of like 4 or 5. I've got pictures I can share with you eventually. And those are going to some lucky winner as well, too. So I've got a bunch of goodies to give out. We got to get to 2,000 first, and we're almost there. All right, that box is put away. Thomas says, hello, Comic Doc. How you doing? Are you working on books submitted in the last Toronto Comic Book Show and another TCBS in a couple of days? I'll see you there, Thomas. No, I am working on books. We're almost finished October. We're moving. Sorry, I'm wrong. We just finished working on June. It's a couple of bigger orders I'm still hammering down in June. We started working on July books. July and August were not heavy months. There were submissions, but it wasn't like heavy. It started building up in September again, though. September's a heavy month. October's a really heavy month. In fact, October, November were heavy. December's been kind of light as well. So it's kind of hit here and there, but we're hammering through it. If you got my newsletter, guys, I have stated that our turnaround time for cleaning, pressing, CGCing, shipping, handling, all that stuff is anywhere from 5 to 7 months now. I was quoting 7 to 9 months, then I went down 6 to 8 months. Now I'm down to 5 to 7 months. So I'm really looking forward to getting down to 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months is kind of where I was at, before COVID. I'd love to get back to that again. In fact, I'd like to get to 2 to 3 months. It'd be beautiful. Lord Thoughts says, I'm everywhere. I love comic chats, gaming chats, pop culture, all over. Good to hear it. So do I. I'm the same as you. We all have that in common, my friends. We all have that in common. Okay, this box is now done. Let me have a swig of my drink. I am going to show you, if I can find my blade to open it up. I put my knife down somewhere and I gotta find my, oh, there it is. Here's a quick, I can unbox this one really quick for you. Hold on. These ones here are magazines, and this ticked me off because, again, they mailed these back on their own, and it cost me a small fortune, where they're supposed to combine these with comic books, but they didn't. All right. Oh, wow. These books have been on the road for well over a week. These kept getting lost, not lost, but delayed because of, oh, there we go. They were getting delayed because of the weather problem, so I sure hope these magazines are not damaged. These are walkthrough magazines. Some pretty cool ones in here. I think you are going to like them. And there better not be any cracks. Oh. A lot of bubble wrap. Let's hope there's not. All right, here we go. Let's go to the other. These are Sports Illustrated magazines, guys. These have become a really big deal lately. Here we have, please don't be cracked. That looks pretty good. All right, here we go. We have first appearance of Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali in Sports Illustrated. I'm not sure issue numbers. Came back in 8.0. This is pretty cool. This is kind of the first swimsuit edition. This one here, actually, there was no swimsuit edition. It was Sports Illustrated, volume 20, number 3 from 64. And this one actually is the first swimsuit on the cover of a Sports Illustrated. Guys, I'm going to tell you, in the last couple of years, it started slowly, but Sports Illustrated magazines are starting to really hit their stride. I'm getting tons of submissions for Sports Illustrated, key Sports Illustrated magazines. So don't throw them away if you've got them, because they could be worth a pretty penny. This is a really nice one here. This is a Bruce Jenner cover in a 9.4. Nice high grade. And we have a nice early Wayne Gretzky 1982. Make sure there's no cracks on this. And that's in a 9.2 right there. And last, this is pretty nice. This one here is a 9.6 white pager, a Pele cover and article. I was so happy this came back at 9.6. It's really sweet, you know. So again, guys, if you've got them, don't toss them. Make sure you hang on to them, because these Sports Illustrated, I'm telling you, in queue right now, I probably have about 300 Sports Illustrated magazines. That's where we're going with these. These are starting. They're not coming in more than comic books. Don't get me wrong, but their popularity is really starting to really climb. And I noticed it about 3 years ago. I had a couple of American clients who were contacting me to do these books, and they were the only ones. And they sent me lots of books, and I did them, and they pressed out really nice. But now I'm noticing a lot of Canadian dealers and Canadian collectors are contacting me for these as well. So Sports Illustrated magazines are really popular, and it requires a completely different approach than a comic book. It's a whole different animal and a whole different prep. You can't. I mean, the principle's the same. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same when you're working on. The paper on these books is very fragile, much more fragile than that of a comic book, believe it or not. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, I'd share that with you. We got one more box of comics though, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. While you're waiting, hit that like button. All right, guys, I'll be right back. And I am back. And this one here is cracked. Another FF book that is cracked. It's an FF number 45, 5.5, and the crack is right there. If you can see it or not. Not happy about that. So that's 2 books that have to go back. Real pain in the rear. Okay. Anyways, let's hope there's no more. We've got a Hulk King Size Special number 1. Just checking this baby out. It was right beside the FF book. This is a 7.5. Nice Steranko cover. Get rid of that black at the top. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Moving right along. We have an Amazing Spider-Man 101 in a 4.5. This is the last box, guys. And again, this one is chock full of invoices. So this one belongs to a lot of different people. We got Modern, we got Economy in here, I think, from a long time ago. Oh, sorry about that. Got a whole bunch of orders in here. Okay. We've got a Marvel Spotlight, number 5, and it's 6.5. I got a feeling this is a re-slab, I think. I'm not sure. Got Amazing Spider-Man 136, the new Green Goblin. I've been seeing this book a lot more at the shop. Quite a bit more. We have an Amazing Spider-Man number 9. Restoration includes small amount of color touch on cover. It's a 4.0. First appearance of Electro. Okay, let's go back to chat. So that stack is getting a little high. Let's go back to the chat window and see what you guys are saying. Let's see here. Okay. Jeff Baxter's here. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see you, buddy. Port Dover loves the doc. Well, the doc loves you too, Jeff. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. I can imagine the weather is probably pretty messy out your way as well. Old magazine's cool. Never thought to submit to my old sci-fi, and they're popular too. All the old magazines are huge. You know what's even big now too are the old Wizard magazines. Remember the Wizard magazines from the 90s with they had the price guides in the back and all that. Some of those are worth big money now. So yeah, magazines are really coming along. Jay says, I have a Justice League of America number 0 signed by Michael Turner. Turner was an aware guy. He signed it at the bottom. Yeah. Some of them, Stan sometimes sign in the stupidest places. Like I saw over the faces of some characters and such. I can't stand that. Michael says, speaking of weather, 100-car pileup on the 401 today. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I was talking to Napur today at the shop. I drove her home because the weather was so shitty here. And when I was at the school a few years ago, one of my colleagues, her husband was a cop in Toronto, and it was the 427 highway in the city. It was a squall, a snow squall. You couldn't see nothing, but the cops were at this higher ground, and this transport truck veered off and basically blocked the road, and it was like 100-kilometer-an-hour highway. Terrible weather. You couldn't see 20 feet ahead of you, and cars started ramming into this transport truck. It's like bang, and you see the car coming full speed, and you could from your vantage point where the video camera was, you could see where the transport was off the road, and you could see the cars coming full speed towards them, and they couldn't see them, and one after the other, bang. It was like a 50-car, 60-car pileup, and the cops were crying because they saw it, and it was bad because they were going very quickly. And then, a couple of, Hyundais or Hondas would get into and then another pickup truck would come, a bigger truck, or then another transport truck would come and crush them all. It was the scariest thing I ever saw. And the cops were absolutely helpless. I couldn't do anything to prevent it from happening. It was a very scary situation. When this kind of weather happens, just stay home. You know, like I know Jason was supposed to come to the shop to see me tomorrow. I said, just stay home tomorrow. Don't, it's not, you know, 4 comics can wait. You know, your safety and, you know, is far more important. Just chill out. Your books are safe. When the weather's better, come for the visit. Let's keep going here. Swimsuit edition. Let's crack that open and look at it. I don't think you'd be very happy if I cracked that one open now. I tossed all mine. I hear that a lot, Lord Thoth. Guys that didn't keep those magazines, they turfed them. And they are now valuable or becoming quite collectible. The Real Hyperion says, I'd like to buy the first Michael Jordan cover. I've done that one several times. I have an order right now that has, like, you know, again, Muhammad Ali. It has Michael Jordan. There's like first, you know, Tiger Woods, first Wayne Gretzky on the cover. First, you know, even Hulk Hogan, right? And other, you know, first appearances, super, you know, like sports figures, very important sports figures on the cover of Sports Illustrated are now are becoming the next thing. So if you do have those collections or you have a place to find them and they're still they're available at quite good prices, you might want to start picking them up. They got to be, of course, in good shape. Although I can tell you from what I've noticed, they're grading the magazines a little easier than they do comic books. Like, seriously, like that first Muhammad Ali, I thought was going to come back as 775. It came back in 8. But yeah, anyways, very happy it came back in 8. Anyhow, let's keep going here. I like to buy a couple of nice Savage Sword with Frazetta covers. Yeah, I did a 9.6 of one of those not too long ago. They're gorgeous. And they've gone up quite a bit too. Thomas says, I have a bunch of Sports Illustrated mags with Mike Tyson on the cover, but not in the best shape for sale. Yeah, again, you know, guys, condition is king, right? We all know that. Oh, look at this. Speaking of which, check this baby out. Wow, 9.0 copy of Fantastic Four, number 67, first appearance of him. That's a nice copy. Close but no cigar. We got a 9.6 copy of the first appearance of Deadpool in New Mutants 98. We have another New Mutants 98. This one as well, 9.6. Thanks a lot. We have a copy of the first appearance of Gwen Stacy. This is not a bad copy either. Decent grade, 7.0. ASM 31. Oh, man. Avengers 37 and a 9.2. Purple label. Apparently, the right edge of the cover was trimmed. Let's have a closer look at that, shall we? Because I can see where I think they got that. But yeah, that's a shame. It's a nice copy. It's a very nice copy. Okay, let's keep going. Amazing Spider-Man 316 and an 8.5. Nice cover with Venom and a really cool custom label, an 8.5. Oh, I better... Okay, that stack's getting high again, guys. I'm going to have to cut her down to size so I can make more room for more. I got about another half a box to go, so don't go anywhere. Going to sneeze again. Sorry about that. There will be another sneeze, I got a feeling, but I'll try to hit that mute button so I don't blow your eardrums out. Laura Thoth, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Please do, guys. Lately, I've been doing the videos kind of on the fly. I've been announcing them within an hour or two. If you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, you'll know when I go live. Because sometimes I do just kind of do, and most of the time I'm doing impromptu, really fast videos. Not fast videos, but going on like within an hour or two. So if you're a subscriber, you'll know that I'm there. And also, you can take part in these cool chats. It's the best. Honestly, for me, guys, the best part of these shows is getting to talk to you all. So please get on here and shoot the breeze with us. I'd like to talk to you guys. Peter says, Sports Illustrated are worth money only if they are newsstand editions. Most copies are subscription mailed direct to clients. Newsstand editions are you're right, are more valuable. But high-grade copies of the direct ones are still, I think, starting to garner some attention. It's the next. I think it's kind of like video games, right? And VHS tapes. So people are looking for different things to collect. We all know about sports cards. We've all gone down that road. But it just seems that the Sports Illustrated magazines were kind of ignored for a very long time, and people are starting to take notice of them now. So, anywho, let's continue. We have a Amazing Spider-Man number 299 and a 9.6, again with the custom label. These are Spiro's books, I think. These are Spiro's books. Spiro likes the... are they? No, these aren't Spiro books. I'm not sure whose these are, actually. I'm not 100% sure. What else we have here? We got a 9.2 copy of ASM in 298, again with a cool custom label. We've got a Doctor Strange number 169 and a 7.5 right there. Pretty sweet. We've got a Submariner number 1. Really, well, it was a hot book for a while there. I'm not sure if the prices on this have come down or not. I think they have. And a 6.5. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 298 and a 7.5. Again, with that cool label. We've got a Werewolf by Night 33. And a 7.0. And again, with that awesome Moon Knight label. I really like that Moon Knight label. And here it is again. Not giving out those 9.8s this week. 9.6 copy Moon Knight number 1. Ghost Rider Volume 2 number 1. With the Ghost Rider label and a 9.6. And I'm going to pack these guys up again, guys. I'm running out of space and I've got enough for one more stack and then we're done. We can go to bed and chill out. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Let me know when you want to send back my books. So hurry, John. It is a hurry. I did the forms already, so I just need to get those books off of you so I can ship them back for you. So sooner rather than later. Yeah, but again, the weather is kind of crappy out there. I don't want you driving in this, but early this week would be nice. After Christmas, obviously. Get over to me. I'm gonna do one more shipment out this week, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. Rob says, how about vintage wrestling magazines? Yes, some of those are big too. I've seen a few of those come in. Yep. Again, guys, I'm not an expert on values of magazines. All I can tell you is guys are starting to sub them in. So there must be some kind of a there's obviously a movement now for these. So just be aware of it. Be aware of it, right? CGC should start using CBCS as plastics company. Is it better? I'll tell you, I cracked a CBCS book out last week, and that thing was very hard to crack compared to CGC. So, yeah. I had the very first edition of Overstreet Guide, lost it somewhere in the last 3 house moves, guess it's big bucks. I think the first Overstreet is a bit of money, but again, it has to be, I think, in decent condition, I think. Brouhaha's here. How you doing, Brouhaha? Good to see you. Like this 2-camera setup. Well, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Jay says hello to you, Mr. Brouhaha. James, whoever owns the Restored Avengers, I feel your pain. Oh, yeah, James, I know. Blade Man, how you doing, Steve? Hi, Kev. Are you doing the comic book show next Tuesday? You are, aren't you? I heard you're coming. Yes, I'll be there, too. I will be there. And we got to talk because I heard you want to swap some books out or something like that, I believe. I haven't had a chance to call you. And I missed you. We missed you at dinner last week. I'm out of focus. Am I out of focus? No, I'm out of focus. All right. I think I'm out of focus. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Adam, all best to you. Best wishes to you and your family as well. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. Thank you very much for coming by today. Spiro, a bunch of your books are back. I think your whole order's back, Spiro, believe it or not. So you're ready to come for a pickup soon. I think we unboxed a lot of yours already, actually. Not today, but like a couple of weeks or so ago. All right, let's finish this baby up, guys. We've got, oh, finally. Hold on, sorry, I'm just looking at something. Okay. Finally, we get a 9.8. So nice of them. Ghost Rider. Oh, that's a nice grade. Brave and the Bold, 57. First appearance of Metamorpho and a 9.2. That's a book I wouldn't mind getting at a grade like that. Forever People, number 1. Also a pretty good grade, 8.5. Tomb of Dracula, number 1. Small amount of color touch on back cover. On back cover, really? Why would they bother? Apparently there's a small amount of color touch on that back cover. And look at the back cover. The color touch have to be in here somewhere, right? Why would they bother? I don't know. Last but not least, a 9.6 copy of Daredevil number 181. I am noticing that a lot of these slabs have got scuff marks all over them, like a lot of them do. 181, 9.6 with a Daredevil custom label. There you go, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I understand what's happening over at CGC. I know they're big, and I know they're busy. But quality control has to be maintained. You know, again, they can't. Excuse me. They can't control what happens with FedEx. Once the books leave their facility, same as me, I can't control what happens once the books leave me. I can't. All I can do is pack the books as well as I can and make sure they survive the trip to Sarasota. But same with them. They pack the books. They've got a system down. Usually it works. You get an odd book here and there, but I can't imagine the money they're losing on shipping these books back for free and re-slabbing them and stuff. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for me. I hate doing it. But even things like scuff marks on the plastics, like to me, that shouldn't be happening. You know. That shouldn't be happening. You're paying that kind of money. It shouldn't be happening. Let's see here. You know what, Lord Thoth? I like the custom labels too. I didn't like them at first, but they're starting to grow on me. Some of them really do appeal to me. Daniel's here. How you doing, Daniel? If you had to guess, what percentage of books that you get back from CGC are usually cracked or damaged? Oh, it's not a huge percentage. I would say probably, like today, for example, I just did, what? 25, 75. I did 80 books today. Let's see. I'll tell you right now. Not even 1% today. It was like 0.2%. Is that right? 80 books times. How do you do that? Yeah, the 2 divided by 80, right? Yeah, that's not even a percent. But generally speaking, I'd say it's probably 2. You know, if I were to look at all my books, I would say every time I get a submission, I shouldn't even say that. Sometimes I go like weeks without getting a crack book. But like today, I got 2, and I got 2, and then I got that one with those 3 books were kind of crappy today. So 3 out of 80 books today will have to go back to CGC. 3 out of 80, but and I would say it's probably about there. You know, out of 100 books, you could probably expect 3 to 7 of those books usually have to go back to be you know, fixed. And again, it's not a big deal. You know, it's definitely costing them. It's a lost leader for them. It's not good for them. It's not good for me because I have to spend the time all those books. I have to go on my computer and spend time putting the paperwork together, Then I have to pack them up, take up room in my shipment for that I have other books and send them in. And I don't charge people for that, you know. And CGC usually will mail them back directly to the people if I give the address to them. And that saves me time. And I usually do that. But yeah, you know, again, it's to be expected, right? But then the same thing can be asked of CGC. How often when you get packages in, do you find there's damaged comic books? And I wonder, you know, but that being said, I pack my books differently than you do, than the next guy does, or the other guy does, right? So there's no consistency in that regard. But CGC, they're somewhat consistent with how they pack their books. Their packing materials change sometimes from month to month, and I think that's to do with stock, having it in stock or not. And there's a bit of a paper shortage this year too, right, guys? I mean, even here in Toronto, getting those 56-point boards, I had to wait 2 months once for. They had a bit of a paper shortage. So it was hard to get the ones I like. So, yeah. GTA lady, how's it going? Long time. You've been by in a while. Nucking Futzits here. How you doing there, man? Pappy, hey, Doc. How close to August submissions? I'm into July right now, so we're getting there. Thomas Grant, like 4%, which is good. It's not, again, you know, guys, you can't control it. You can't control the mail or FedEx or whatever, right? I'm telling you that. I'm surprised that stack of magazines didn't come crushed, because that box was traveling since not this week gone by, but they mailed it out the Thursday prior. So it's been you know, sitting in like storage units and facilities in Memphis and all over the place, probably for several days. And when that happens, usually something breaks. You know, if I miss a CGC delivery, I get very upset, because the FedEx guy takes it back to the truck, takes it back to the depot, and invariably there's always one cracked. The more it's in somebody else's hands, I don't like it. I want them in my hands as quickly as possible so I can unbox them and ensure they're all in good condition. If you had 3 out of 80 slabs damage, it's it's over 3%. So I just found out my math's no good. It is 10:53 on a Friday, and I'm tired. So there you go. I'm not a math teacher, but yeah, there you go. 4%. Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, that's the you know. Happy holidays, GTA lady. You too have a great holiday weekend. Okay, well, listen. Well, boy, the room just got busy all of a sudden. Well, there you. Oh, math is math is hard, especially when you're tired, Lord Thoth. Especially when you're tired. Happy holidays and good night, John Sherwood. You too, buddy. Be in touch this week, okay? We'll get that book to me and we'll send it off. Good night, Doc. Merry Christmas to you all. James, you as well. Thank you very much, guys. Whoops, that's not where I want to go. There it is. Guys, I hope you all have a fantastic holiday weekend and a great time with your family. Enjoy this time off. Stay safe if the weather in your area is not very nice like it is here. I don't know my shop hours in the coming weeks, so please, keep your eye on my Instagram page. If you haven't gotten my most recent newsletter, you're going to want to go and hunt that down. You can find it on my Facebook page. You want to find that, especially if you're coming to the Toronto Comic Book Show on Wednesday and you have submissions. Trust me, find that newsletter. Nucky Futz says, Comic Doctor, what's your choice of book for the month? Tell people to pick up. Oh my God. Book of the month. I'm still saying, today, for example, we were working on the first appearance of Dead Man. And I'm still saying, the first appearance of Metamorpho. All those oddball DC books, those are the ones I'd be picking up right now. And if I find them, I grab them. I grab those DC books because you guys know shit's happening over at DC, man. Warner Brothers is throwing things around. James Gunn is having some fun. He's basically saying no more of this universe, this Snyderverse that we've kind of become accustomed to. He's starting from scratch, and we all know that James Gunn likes to play with obscure characters that not everybody likes, or not like. I shouldn't say likes, knows. The Suicide Squad and Peacemaker is a good example of that. So I would think that he's going to give us Superman, he's going to give us Batman, he's going to give us Wonder Woman. Of course, we're going to get those characters, but he's also going to start introducing some of these more obscure characters: Dead Man, Etrigan, Metamorpho. The Forever, Dark Side, and all those people all those characters that go along with him. Big Barda. Peter's here. Peter's the big that Peter could tell you about all these guys. Those are the books I am looking for myself. When it comes to new books and variants, I can't help you, my friend, because I don't get into that stuff. But when it comes to vintage books, that's what I'm into. That's what I love to get. So I look for those. Lord Thoth, happy holidays, you too, buddy. Daniel says, have a good night. Happy holidays, you too, Daniel. Peter, will the polish used for removing... Will the polish used for removing scratches for plastic headlights? That does work on removing those scuff marks. That does work, yeah. Rob, Ben, you're hungry? You know what? So am I. Lord Thoth loves DC. So do I. Peter G, can that be used to remove scratches from slabs? Yes, it can. Ambush Bug, another good one. What do you call them? Booster Gold. Those types. But lots of talk about Booster Gold. Lots of talk about Lobo. We're going to see all these characters for sure. Challengers of the Unknown, Blackhawk, Sergeant Rock. These are all ones as well. Amazing Man, yeah, I heard that last week as well. Daniel, anyone ever found a company that makes rubber or silicone bumpers for CGC slabs like no one makes them? I know. That I thought about that too. Be cool to have some kind of a... They should, I look at this book here and I'm like, why, perhaps some kind of edging, I don't know. I would lose I would almost put I won't say like aluminum, but the cost will go up, right? As soon as you start retooling this, the cost will go up. Every time they retool or redesign these slabs, it probably costs them $100,000 or more probably. And then you got to get samples and you got to change things and everything the tool and die is done. It costs a bunch of money. I looked into doing this myself, offering a grading service, but oh my God, guys, the amount of money it costs to do this is absolutely ridiculous. Lobo, we said that. Jay says, everybody have a great Christmas. Jay, you too. Davy Claire, get you double affiliate. You know what, buddy? I think I might, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I don't think I'll do that today. Order a fillet of fish, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to make that poor Uber Eats guy drive all the way to me with a fillet of fish on a terrible, stormy winter's night. Probably 1.5 feet or 2 feet of snow on my driveway as we speak, which really sucks. Guys, listen, let me just give you a bit of... if Momoa does get announced as Lobo, then expect Omega Men 3 to skyrocket. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be Lobo. I would put money on that. Daniel M, they do make them. Oh, there you go. Help him out. Lord Thoth, find it. Put the link on there for the rubber bumpers for the CGC slabs. Let me give you guys a little bit of let me do some housekeeping here. So, as you know, when I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a big giveaway. I got lots of comics to give away. I've actually got some action figures. I think they're Marvel Select action figures. They're unboxed, but they're pretty cool. Like this big. They're pretty big action figures. I got a whole lot of those to give away. I got some other books to give away as to comic-related fun stuff. So a lot of that's happening. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can take part in that draw. You must subscribe to be able to win in that. Aside from that, I'm appearing at the Toronto Comic Book Show this coming Wednesday from noon till I think 5 or 6, whenever it closes. So if you've got any books you want to submit or you just have me look at, I'll be at the Toronto Comic Book Show, like I said, this Wednesday. If you're planning on submitting books, hunt down my most recent holiday newsletter. There's something in there you're going to want to bring with you. Aside from that, I think that's it. And look at Lord Thoth already found it. There you go. Good work. He's a very, very good moderator. My goodness. Guys, on your way out, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button. Again, subscribe, notify. And that's it for me, guys. 11 o'clock. I'm going to go chill out and get to bed. Again, I wish you and all your family and a very happy and safe and fun Christmas. And I will see you very soon. I'll be back on here probably within the next... I don't know, few days, probably after Christmas, not until Christmas, not until Christmas is over anyways, that's for sure. And Blade Man has corrected me. It is actually Tuesday, not Wednesday. Sorry, the 27th, December the 27th, which is Tuesday, December 27th. Thank you, Steve, for correcting me. Be safe, be well. See you soon. Merry Christmas. That goes to you as well, Orthoth. Again, my friends, all the best to you. Take care. See you again very soon. Merry Christmas.